Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So, more Jalen Hurts news, Gardner Minshew news, just updates. We have some new updates as of right now when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, and with Nick Sirianni having his press conference and saying that there is a chance that Jalen Hurts could play this week. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, keeping the Cowboys on their heels of what quarterback they need to prioritize and study for this week in the matchup. This is a big game right here. This is for, you win one more game, guys. The Eagles win one more game. It's you get the first seed. You have all the playoff games running through Philadelphia, and the Eagles win the East. So, which is a great thing. And, so far right now is Jalen Hurts, his injury is not as bad as it seems. I think the media is making it even worse. Peter Strager's on Twitter and pretty much saying, is the NFC wide open because of the Jalen Hurts injury? I mean, they're making this look like his shoulder fell off the bone. Okay? His shoulder is not there anymore. Like, they're making it look this bad. Okay, you know what I mean? So with Jalen Hurts having his press conference the other day and obviously talking about just in general with the matchup this week and how important this game is, Hurts says he's fine. Hurts says he's going to go through walkthrough, but walkthrough's no big deal. He's not practicing. Walkthroughs aren't, it's semi-practice. It's not full practice. He's not going to be throwing the football. I hardly doubt it. If I see a video of him even throwing a football in a day or two, then he's playing. If Minshew has more press conferences at the end of the week, then we'll see what's going on. But with Gardner Minshew, he actually went to his former college coach, Mike Leach. He went to his funeral, or I think his wake, I forgot. He missed practice the other day for that. So it's a missed practice. It's his personal life. Things happen. So he can't complain about it. So this is even a shorter week for Minshew, even missing practice the other day. You know what I mean? So it's getting kind of crazy right now. It's you got a few more days. I mean, that's it. I mean, to prepare, and I could see Minshew being in the NovaCare complex a lot longer. This past next few days, and he's gonna have to work really hard to get everything done. Gonna gravitate those players near him, and this is the team, man. This is all about the team. We're winning games because not only Jalen Hurts, but the whole team combined. Everybody is putting that work in. So we're going to find out what happens, guys, but if I'm still looking at this the same way, even Jalen Hurts kind of said, there was injuries that happened last year, not the missed game, but there was actually other injuries. And he said the only difference between this injury and last year is that the public knows about it, and the public's making a bigger deal about it. Okay. Obviously when we first found out, we're like, dude, what the hell, and then you look at the coaching staff and you got to say, dude, why isn't Miles Sanders getting these handoffs? But then you got to think of, enough as Miles Sanders wasn't in the game on crucial moments, on crucial third downs, there are moments where, you have that read option and Jalen Hurts makes that decision himself, whether to give it to Miles or to keep it for himself. And he's kept it for himself a lot of the time. So it's decision-making for Jalen Hurts as well, as the coach is not giving Miles Sanders on those run plays if they're not read option plays. So there's a lot of blame to go around for it, but it is what it is. The Eagles won the game. The Eagles played a hard-fought game, and it took the whole team to get it done. So with Jalen Hurts, he says he's fine, says he's all right, and I can only take that with a grain of salt this week, that he's going to take it day by day as what he said. And like I said, for the millionth time, just see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. If I can make an assumption right now from how it looks, I feel like Minshew is going to be playing. I feel like they're just saying this stuff about Hurts being ready to go this week, which, let me tell you, if this was a playoff game this week, like I said in my last video, if this is a playoff game this week, he's definitely playing. There's no doubt about it. But because the Eagles have time on their side, okay, they can afford to keep Hurts out for a couple weeks, especially if Minshew plays in Dallas this week and wins. They could rest Hurts for weeks. And like I said, the only thing they have to worry about is really him coming back with rust. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I think he'll be throwing very soon, sooner than expected. I don't think he can't throw the next 2 weeks. I think after a week, he'll start to throw a little bit. I honestly think it's not that much of a big deal. And The media is making a big deal about it. Obviously, the NFL on NFL Network and all these these people that analyze these players and obviously these matchups, like they're making a huge deal about it. Like Jalen Hurts broke 10 bones in his shoulder or something. I'm not saying there's 10 bones, but you know what I mean. Like they're making that much of a big deal out of it as of right now. So that's my assumption for Minshew really starting this week. I think it will happen. And look, if Jalen Hurts comes to play this week, we'll find out. We'll see how he looks. But from what the players have said and what from Jalen Hurts has said, I mean, even there was video of Hurts walking to the locker room, and he was never holding his shoulder even the whole time he was out there. Obviously, you don't want to get the attention of the press or anything, so that's probably a reason why as well. But at the same time, even Kelsey and some of the players were just like, he just seemed like he wasn't in pain. He's probably just dealing with a little bit of pain. That's really all it is. It's just a little bit of pain. That's it. And once, who knows, in a few days, that might go down. I don't know if he'll be ready. It might be too soon this Saturday. So we will see. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about, obviously, this news with Hurts and Nick's comments on he has a chance to play. Obviously, he has a chance to play this week. There is a chance. But will it happen? I don't know. And even when Hurts comes back, right? If Hurts comes back, they're not going to be cautious with him. The last thing you want to do with Jalen Hurts is start to be too cautious with him. We have to turn him more into a pocket. No, you're not turning him to a pocket passer. You're not going to handicap him. You're not doing none of that because that's going to be more of a complete disaster. Those QB sneaks on 3rd and short, 4th and short in the red zone, even after the end of the 3rd quarter, he was throwing great. That deep pass to A.J. Brown, a couple short passes, and the 2-point conversion or the touchdown, whatever it was in the red zone when they moved the line to the right and kind of caused some chaos right there. Still with those QB sneaks, still doing it. That's the bread and butter. That's the best team that can get the job done when it comes to those QB sneaks on those 3rd, 4th, and shorts. They're not going to stray away from Hurts' strengths. Okay, Hurts has just got to be more careful. Obviously, distribution of the football. If he's keeping it for himself and he is going to run, he's got to figure out a time to slide on the ground and just be safe on the ground, not take unnecessary hits. That's really it. You know what I mean? So like I said, if this is a playoff game, he would play this week. Since it's not, Eagles have time on their side, and they have a little bit more time. So that's all I got to say about that. So Minshew will probably play this week. We'll see. I could be wrong. If Hurts plays Saturday, then he's doing really well. If he's not, then the Eagles are just being cautious, and that's it. Doesn't make it worse that he's not going to play Saturday. If Hurts doesn't play Saturday, I'm not thinking that he's that hurt. It's that the Eagles are just like, you know what? Let's put Minshew in there, and we'll just get the job done this way and wait another week and see what happens, what the outcome is going to be. So I'm not making a big deal about it. And obviously the last bit of news I want to talk about is Dallas Goedert. Now, Dallas Goedert is back. Dallas Goedert has been activated to the roster, and it's great to have him back. He's excited to be back, which is great. The Eagles get their number 1 tight end back, and especially depending on what quarterback starts this week, whether it's Hurts or Minshew. And just for the playoffs in general, we've been waiting for this. We've been very successful without Dallas Goedert. I think they have found a way to use Calcaterra and Jack Stahl. I want to thank those guys. Jack Stahl, I feel like they'll still use both of those guys at some instance. They will use. I don't know if they're going to activate 3 tight ends. Jack Stahl is your number 2 right now, so he's been getting his chances here and there, especially even when Dallas Goedert was playing. Jack Stahl get his 1 catch every game or something like that, but he's done most of the dirty work, and the tight end group has been really good. I mean, the only thing is that Bears game, they barely threw to the tight ends at all. Barely threw midfield, barely threw to these tight ends, which really sucked. Like, they just strayed away from a lot of things in that Bears game that really just made me question a lot of things, but because of their game plan, they wanted to pick on those cornerbacks. They wanted to just score very quick, and they knew that they could do it with the weapons that they had. They just ran to a weather factor, a wind factor, and just a lot of other stuff going on. But glad to see him back, and that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, we're just going to keep rolling with this news between Hurts and Minshew, and we're hearing all the press conferences, we're hearing what they're saying, and the Eagles will make the best decision at the end of the week. And like I said, if Minshew starts Saturday, it doesn't mean that Hurts is hurt that bad. It's just that if he's already dealing with a little bit of pain, you're just going to make it worse by playing him. Okay, the Eagles have the time to sit guys, okay, and get guys healthy. The Eagles just need one more win. All I don't even care about the MVP as much. He might get screwed out of it because the 2 picks are going to mess him up. To the media, that's going to mess him up. And obviously, this injury missing 1 to 2 weeks is going to mess him up if that even happens. So I need this. The main focus is to get into the playoffs, get the first seed, have these playoff games run through the link, and get Hurts back as soon as possible. He will be back before the playoffs. He will be fully ready to go for the playoffs. So I'm not worried about it at all. So I want to add one more thing. I want to add something in the video because more news did come out on the roster. Blankenship was a full participant at practice. Holy crap. Thank God. He will probably play this week. Looks like Kavon Wallace is hurt right now. So that's the news at the safety. You get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson designated to return for the Saints game after this week, which is great. We're starting to get some reinforcements back. It looks like there was a late injury added to the injury report with Zach Pascal. It looks like he does have a concussion. So I don't know if he got this late, probably late in practice the other day or something like that. So I think he has a concussion right now. Probably will not play this week. So good news for the safety spot coming up this week and for next week. So it's awesome. So you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow side. Peace out, guys. Peace.